Hey, it's Patrick Brewer jumping into your news feed to talk a little bit about the sales process for financial advisors. My team and I have been busy working on a presentation to help financial advisors better communicate their value to prospects so that they can win more clients. I find that a lot of advisors struggle when it gets to their turn in the discovery meeting or the mind map session or whatever you call it, where you're walking the client through a process, you're documenting their goals, their vision, and then it gets to the end of the conversation. We all know this, when the client looks at you and says, well, what exactly do you do? Or there's a pregnant pause at the end and you have to transition into, well, would it make sense for me to tell you a little bit about what I do? And then hopefully you don't launch into an explanation about your investment philosophy and DFA and small cap value, or start talking about markets or even your planning process or services, because no one cares. It's not relevant at this point. What is relevant is that you have a consistent philosophy for how you handle the process for getting the client the result that they want. And we've actually named this process the peaceful prosperity model, because what we find is that people are looking for peace of mind and they want to have a level of prosperity, right? They want to be able to feel confident that they're going to achieve their goals and get to where they want to go in their lives. And the best way that we found to illustrate this is a Venn diagram. I make it available to all of our advisors inside of our program. And you can really address any objection through this framework, through the peaceful prosperity model. If you think about what makes up a relationship between an advisor and a client and gets the client the result that they want, well, first it starts with a genuine relationship. You need to build trust. You need to build a genuine relationship with someone. Second, you need to have somebody who's an expert provide guidance, so expert guidance. And then you need somebody who's providing oversight. You need a financial steward. So you need genuine relationships, expert guidance, and a financial steward. So what happens at the combination of building a genuine relationship with someone who's also your financial steward? Well, the transference of trust happens because you trust that person because they've built a relationship with you and they're also managing your taxes and your investments and your planning. What happens when you combine a genuine relationship with expert guidance? You get clarity. You get clarity around the process because you trust that person's opinion and you know they're an expert, so you're going to take their advice. What about expert guidance and financial stewardship? That produces abundance or certainty, depending on what you're looking for as a prospect. So at the intersection of these three things, you get trust, clarity, and abundance. At the intersection of those three things, you get the peaceful prosperity model. So this is what we found that pretty much all prospects or clients even are looking for in a relationship with a financial advisor. Now, the best part about this is, I don't have an illustration up for you, but I can address any objection using this framework as long as I get buy-in to this philosophy. If the client agrees with me that they need to establish a genuine relationship with someone, that they need that person to be an expert, and that person needs to have oversight over their finances in order to get the result that they want, whatever their goals are, I can address any objection. So if they come to me and say, well, I have a broker right now, an insurance agent or an advisor that I work with, but they're not like a CFP, they're not a CPA, they're not really helping us with tax planning. All I need to do is just point to the section of the illustration that talks about the idea of expert guidance, and then I just say, well, how do we get here? How do we get to the middle where you have peace of mind around your goals? And then you're turning that objection into a question. Instead of making it a process whereby you're trying to overcome the objection and strong arm the prospect into seeing things your way, you're just asking them a question, because you then have co-created the reality that they want peace of mind around their finances, and in order to get there, this philosophy is where they need to be. This is what they need to believe. So you can address any objection at all through this framework. I'll be sharing it with a select few people here on Facebook. So if you haven't become part of our group, the Foundry, make sure that you click the link in this video and gain access to the Foundry. This is a group of like-minded advisors that are fiduciaries that are looking to grow their practice. I push out really valuable marketing content on this Facebook group pretty regularly, and we'll be sharing a video, a Facebook Live here in the coming weeks that will talk about the peaceful prosperity model, how we handle sales conversations, and how we move prospects past these sales objections into becoming paying clients of our firm. So I look forward to seeing you inside the Foundry. Make sure you click the link, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.